What if one shot ruined your hearing forever? Today, I'm revealing the best electronic ear protection for shooting that keeps your ears safe and your focus sharp. Welcome back to the channel. Stay tuned for honest performance breakdowns and smart picks you'll actually use. Grab your favorites naturally through the links in the description below. The number 5 product on our list is Floriogra Ear Protection. The loudest mistake shooters make is assuming silence equals safety, until one sharp crack reminds them how fast damage happens. Many people struggle to choose ear protection that blocks danger without isolating them from their surroundings, especially at the range or during a hunt where awareness matters. This design changes that balance immediately. Soft ambient sounds are lifted gently, letting conversations, movement, and direction feel natural instead of muffled. The moment a shot breaks the air, the response is instant, calming the blast before it reaches your ears. That transition feels seamless and reassuring, not jarring. Comfort plays a bigger role than expected, with lightweight construction and pressure-free cushions that stay easy during long sessions. The low-profile shape keeps rifles steady without awkward interference, which matters more than people admit. Compared to bulkier electronic muffs that feel overbuilt, this approach feels streamlined and practical, though it may not satisfy users chasing extreme noise ratings beyond typical shooting needs. It suits range regulars, hunters, and anyone stepping into louder environments who wants protection without losing connection to what is happening around them. Portability adds quiet value, folding down neatly into a bag after use without fuss. The experience feels controlled and thoughtful rather than mechanical. When protection becomes invisible and awareness stays alive, every session feels more focused, more relaxed, and easier to enjoy from the first shot to the last echo. At number 4 is PROHEAR Ear Protection. The moment a gunshot echoes too close is when most shooters realize hearing loss does not ask for permission, and that realization hits hard. Many people shopping for electronic ear protection struggle with the same fear of choosing between safety and awareness, worried they will either feel isolated or underprotected. This design strikes a thoughtful middle ground. Quiet sounds like conversation, movement, and range commands come through naturally, while sharp blasts are instantly controlled before they become overwhelming. That balance creates a calm rhythm on the range instead of constant tension. Long sessions feel easier because the lightweight build and soft cushions remove pressure points that usually force breaks. The slim ear cups sit comfortably around rifle stocks, helping maintain proper cheek well without awkward adjustments. Compared to bulkier electronic muffs that amplify too aggressively, this feels smoother and more controlled, though. Users seeking extreme amplification might want more boost. Battery efficiency adds peace of mind, letting you focus on shooting rather than power levels. Fold it down and it slips into a bag without drama, ready for the next outing. This fits range regulars, hunters, and anyone working around loud equipment who wants protection without losing situational awareness. The experience feels reassuring rather than restrictive. Instead of reminding you that you are wearing hearing protection, it quietly disappears into the background. When the day ends and your ears still feel fresh, that silent victory becomes the strongest reason to trust gear that respects both safety and the moments you are there to enjoy. The third one on our list is Peltor Ear Protection. Most people do not realize how fast a single unprotected gunshot can permanently change their hearing until it is too late, and that quiet fear follows many shooters onto the range. Choosing electronic ear protection often feels like a gamble between blocking danger and staying aware of what is happening around you. This option leans into balance rather than extremes. Sharp gunfire is handled instantly while voices and commands stay clear, which makes indoor lanes feel less chaotic and outdoor hunts more controlled. Adjustable suppression helps tame echoes that usually bounce around enclosed spaces, easing mental fatigue over long sessions. The low-profile cups sit naturally against rifle and shotgun stocks, removing the constant readjustment cheaper, bulkier muffs demand. Comfort matters more than people admit, and the padded headband keeps pressure off during extended wear. Compared with simpler electronic muffs, the sound feels more natural and less robotic, though users wanting aggressive amplification might find it slightly restrained. Background noise filtering brings calm focus instead of constant audio clutter. Battery management is thoughtful, with auto shutoff and alerts that prevent surprises mid-session. This is a strong fit for frequent range shooters, hunters who value awareness, and anyone tired of bulky gear that interferes with shooting form. The biggest benefit appears after you leave the range and notice your ears feel normal rather than stressed. That quiet sense of relief becomes the real payoff of choosing protection that works with you instead of against you. On number 2 is Howard Ear Protection. One sharp crack at the range can remind you how fragile hearing really is, and that moment of tension is where this ear protection quietly proves its worth. Many shooters struggle with gear that either blocks everything or lets too much chaos leak through, turning practice into stress. Here, everyday sounds stay natural while sudden blasts are instantly tamed, making conversations and range commands feel clear instead of muffled. Directional microphones bring the environment back to life without crossing into danger, which helps shooters stay aware and calm. The low profile cups sit close and clean, allowing proper cheek weld on rifles without awkward pressure. Comfort becomes obvious after long sessions thanks to a secure headband that avoids hot spots. Compared to bulkier electronic muffs, this option feels lighter and more balanced, though it does not exaggerate distant sounds the way some higher priced models do. That restraint actually suits most users who want realism over artificial boost. The AUX input adds flexibility for those who train with scanners or audio cues, extending its usefulness beyond the firing line. Battery life is generous and dependable, reducing the constant worry of sudden silence mid-session. This choice fits recreational shooters, hunters, and range regulars who value clarity without distraction. When you leave the range and notice your ears feel relaxed rather than fatigued, that quiet satisfaction becomes the real reason this gear earns its place in your bag. Now, moving to the last one is Walker's Ear Protection. The first time a rifle cracks beside you without warning is usually the moment people realize how unforgiving sound can be, and that awareness changes how you look at range gear forever. Many shooters hesitate with electronic earmuffs because they fear losing awareness or dealing with bulky pressure that ruins focus. This option quietly solves both problems. Safe sounds are brought forward in a natural way, so conversations and range commands stay clear while sudden blasts are instantly tamed. The ultra-slim profile matters more than it sounds, especially when cheek weld and firearm stock clearance decide whether a session feels smooth or frustrating. Comfort shows up early and stays consistent, thanks to a padded headband that avoids hotspots during long practice days. Compared with thicker active hearing protection, this design feels lighter and more agile, though it does not flood you with exaggerated amplification that some users may expect. That restraint keeps audio realistic and less fatiguing over time. Controls are simple and protected from accidental bumps, which adds peace of mind when moving between lanes or hunting spots. The audio input adds flexibility for those who like training with music or scanners, turning downtime into something more relaxed. This is a solid choice for range regulars, hunters, and anyone stepping into electronic ear protection without wanting complexity. When you pack up and realize your ears feel calm instead of ringing, that quiet relief becomes the detail you remember most. So guys, that brings us to the end of our video on the best electronic ear protection for shooting you can buy right now. We've carefully covered a range of options designed for different hunting styles, environments, and budgets, so you can choose with confidence and avoid wasting your hard-earned money. All the product links are added in the description below, so take a moment to check them out, compare features, and pick the binocular that truly matches your terrain, game, and personal needs. If this video helped you in any way, whether it saved you time, cleared your confusion, or helped you avoid a bad purchase, please hit the like button. It genuinely motivates us and tells YouTube that honest, no-nonsense gear content matters. And if you're serious about hunting gear and outdoor equipment, make sure to subscribe. We've got more in-depth reviews, real night testing, comparisons, and practical tips coming your way. Thanks for watching, stay safe, happy hunting, and see you in the next one.